Okay, so I'm just going to double check if my... Okay, so what I'm going to be teaching today, um, it's going to be on about Yogananda's book, The Autobiography of a Yogi. And if you can see this really well. So what I'm going to be teaching on, it's very, it's actually like in the past or in between generations in the past, every time when you say yogi, what do you think? You mostly would think becoming a yogi is basically letting go of your family and going to the mountains and start to meditate. But it's actually not true. So when you really read this book, there's a whole deeper meaning in this book that will help you transform your life in a whole different level. So every time I read this book, there's such depth in there, which helps you to improve your life at the level of your relationship, your marriage, your health, your abundance in terms of wealth building, as well as relationship with yourself and others. And also improves your healing abilities as a healer. If you're a healer, also raises your vibration. So what I'm trying to say here is the reason why I wanted to talk about this book is because it can transform your life in multiple levels. I know there's so many other books out there. I'm not saying this one's better, but what I'm trying to say here is that you can shift and transform your life with awareness. So most of you already know that I'm a chiropractor. So I have been practicing chiropractic over the last 15 years, and I've been helping so many people with from children to babies to adults and elderly, all age groups. But also, you know that I've been practicing a lot of spiritual stuff. Oh, I can't even explain how many years. And that has transformed me, which I'm able to share all these stuff with my clients and help them to transform their own limitations. Okay, so I'm just a little bit nervous today because I'm talking about this. It's something I wanted to do this for a while, but I was just holding back because it is kind of breaking my own fear about talking about a yogi. And it's because in our culture, when it comes to yogi, they just get a little bit scared, especially when I used to go for all these meditation practices. They thought I'm going to let go of my family and my children and go into an ashram and live there and ignore everything else. No, it actually helped me to become aware in terms of consciousness and become self-aware of myself. So I was able to see my own limitations and my own blockages so I can heal and help myself first, and I can help others as well. So over the years, what happened with, if you read this book already, he talks about Kriya Yoga practice. Kriya Yoga is a form of it's a form of science. It's a scientific awareness of your body through certain movements. You become aware of yourself, aware of your actions, your thought process, your mental limitations, whatever is holding you back. And through the practice, I was able to recognize things that I would never think that is something that's holding me back. So the reason why I wanted to do live is because I know for sure there's people who want to interact with me. I've done lives in the past. I had an amazing time. So if you have questions and any of that stuff, please leave it in the chat box and then I can answer these questions if I have some time. So let me just talk about how Kriya Yoga is basically creating self-awareness in your body. So when we create self-awareness, when we go into that meditative state, you can actually recognize any subtle forces that is holding you back. Literally, you can feel energies that's not serving you because you're going inward. It's like you're closing your senses off first, your vision, your hearing, your smell, all those senses off, where you tap into your feeling. You tap into that inner power where you can actually just just trying to say how I'm going to explain this. Where you actually feel when you're not in the right vibration. You can feel what is that is holding you back. You can even feel when you're not in the right environment, when you're not around the right people, if this is the right action step you should take. And you can also feel what is stopping you from. It's kind of crazy because you become so aware. It's not where you become so aware about self-awareness in terms of increasing your body awareness in terms of weight and size and stuff like that, but it's actually tapping into your body where it's beyond, you can't explain that. It's a feeling inside of you. The only way you can do that when you learn to tap into that power. So what I did over the years, I eventually created a course where you can actually learn to heal yourself by purifying the energy, so you can really become more self-aware. Then you can actually make changes in your personal life. Thank you for that message there. Yes. So so if you do these courses, what it will do is you will start to notice these imbalances within yourself. So I made it very easy. I simplified it because his Kriya Yoga practice is pretty deep, and it's deep, but it's also pretty long. So you can shorten it up and make it shorter for you, so you can actually do something that's not so complicated. And what I did with that course is basically you use your hands and feel all the parts of your body with awareness, and you have to close your eyes. It's pretty deep in terms of what will activate within yourself. Okay, and this will heal your money karma, it will heal your relationship karma, it will heal your anything that's related to your business creation. If you have a business, or if you work in an environment that you're not happy with, it will actually make you aware, how are you blaming the environment for your own problems? Because at the end, it's all about you. You're the projection, you're the one who's creating your own problems. And through that, you can shift your external environment just by shifting your energy from within. Okay? And the good news is that you become laser focused. So laser focused meaning that anything that's wasting your energy, anything that stops you from accomplishing your dreams, you can recognize it right away. You can see it right away. You can feel it right away. And you're just gonna get better and better and better at it. Okay? And so I'm not saying you should read this book. It can be pretty deep in there. But what I'm trying to say here with this book is spirituality is not about just becoming spiritual. It's about connecting everything together. So your mind, body as well. So not just becoming a spiritual person and then escaping everything else part of your life. Because I've come across a lot of people where they become so spiritual, they lost ground. They're not tapped into their power. They're just using spirituality as an escape. He didn't use it as an escape. He used this to teach people to find their own power again, to find their own wisdom, to find their own inner guidance. Okay? And if you notice with my previous videos, I've created videos on like managing and transmuting your emotions so you can tap into your power and your heart center activation. So today I'm not going to do none of that stuff. I just wanted to share how it's important to make some time for yourself and do some meditation. If silent meditation does not work for you, hang out with groups that can help you to be in that same vibration, to raise your vibration, where you can do your breath work and focused work as well. Yes, actually I like that, the fact that you shared that message. I'm going to read this message really good. Amazingly, I have that book for many years as I practiced yoga a few years ago, but never had time to read it. Perhaps now it's the perfect time to read it. Thanks for the inspiration. You're welcome. So I had this book after I've learned Kriya Yoga. So I learned Kriya Yoga first, and then I got this book. And let me tell the truth, when I opened this book, I was reading it, I was literally yawning, and I was so bored. I couldn't understand it. It was like, what am I reading? It felt like a new language, although it's all in English, okay? It didn't go into my head. Then what happened is I saw a yogi, a Guruji. He came from India, and I went to his meditation classes, and all he said, just read that book. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, I read this book, but I couldn't get anything. I was like, okay, I'll trust this person. So what happened, my trust and faith got activated. But I felt a little transformation right there when he initiated me into it. So I went home and read this book. Everything started, I was like, what happened? I'm feeling it all. I'm reading it all. I'm understanding it. So what changed? It's because my state changed. My vibration shifted right away after that interaction with the Guruji. Okay, so that's why I'm talking here, so you can also shift. And it doesn't have to be this book. As I said, it doesn't have to be this book. It could be any books, but you have to go with the book that makes you feel, it feels right. It feels like something is awakening within yourself. And all he's teaching is find your power again, find your alignment again, and live with purpose. Because we are so distracted with so much information and garbage that we cannot do our work that we're supposed to do. And each individual human being has their own purpose. And do not go off track. And this practice, not the book itself, it's a Kriya Yoga practice, helps you to bring yourself back aligned. And there's so many different type of yogic practices, from breath work to Kriya Yoga to Raja Yoga. There's so many different practices. Whatever practice, those are just techniques to help you to get back on track, to help you to get laser focused, recognizing energies that do not serve you, which will also help you to feel elevated again. Raise your vibration. When you have moments when you come down, you catch it and you come back up again. And the more you stay in your body, because when we do spiritual work, there's moments where you feel like we're out of the body. But we're not doing spiritual work to escape this reality. No, we shouldn't be escaping this reality. God gave us this body to enjoy life and feel this world through all our senses. But beyond our 5 senses is the feeling. So even if you haven't created the dream of your life, even if you haven't manifested the life that you really want, you have to literally feel as you already have it. And it takes practice, it takes consistency and focus to help you to feel that vibration of love and fun and joy and celebration again. I have met a lot of spiritual students. They fully miss life by escaping the problems that they come across in life. Those problems are really a reflection of your own inner limitations. When you have those limitations, they're going to be projected out like a mirror, and you can see it right away. But when you're not aware, you cannot see those problems. You cannot solve it unless someone else from outside is coming and help you. So let's say if you hired me and I'm in front of you and I'm reading your energies and you have a conversation with me, I can actually help you and guide you to release these energetic blocks so you can fully flow and be your higher version of you. And there's levels of versions, because I have grown so much over these 17 to 20 years and I'm still growing. Okay, if you look at my previous videos that I've done in the past from 2011, I used to do a lot of videos on chiropractic adjustments. I know a lot of people ask, Dr. Rogini, can you do more chiropractic videos for, they love my voice and they love the adjustments videos. And the reason why I'm not doing them because it's not letting me give the information I'm supposed to give. Because you can feel the energy through the adjustments, but I need to teach you what you can do for yourself and transform your life. And instead of living in regret and living in problem and living in fear-based environment, fear-based vibration, you want to shift that and release that and catch if you're in a fear-based environment or fear-based lifestyle. Most of you wouldn't even know, because I have clients who come in, they have anxiety and they don't even know that they're anxious. They're coming in a level where they're so anxious, it's so normal part of them, they cannot even get out of that anxiety. When I tell them that you're anxious, they're like, no, I'm not anxious. But they're on a fight or flight mode all the time. Okay, and let me just read this paragraph because I thought this was very interesting because I just picked this up today. Because I use, once in a while I open the book and read a page and that just wakes me up again. Okay, so let me just read this. A true yogi may remain dutifully in the world. There he is like a butter on water, and not like the easily diluted milk of unchurned and undisciplined humanity. To fulfill one's earthly responsibilities is indeed the higher path, provided the yogi, maintaining a mental uninvolvement with egotistical desires, plays his part as willing instrument of God. So, egotistical desires, what are those? Those are that I don't have it. You can have desires, but not to the point where you have desires, but your ego thinks you don't have it. You can have the desire for a happy family, but your ego thinks, oh, my relationship with my partner is not good. Because then you can't have it because all the time you're in that mindset as you don't have it. So you have to learn to feel in peace and joy in the moment, even when you don't have it. But that takes practice, that takes release of these energetic limitations. You have to transmute these energies in order to accept where your life is at this moment. What will happen is, because your vibration is shifting right away, the person around you will start shifting because they have to match to your vibration. If they don't match to your vibration and they're willing not to shift their vibration, they will move forward. But typically, you don't even have to lift a finger to shift their vibration. You shifting your vibration awakens something in your partner, in your children, they will automatically reveal themselves. Their higher version will reveal back to you. Okay, so it's always that mirroring effect. But all you need to do is to allow yourself to feel that the goodness, feel that vibration, feel that joy, feel that playfulness consistently. Even though reality outside of you, your senses, your eyes, your hearing, your touch, all of that stuff would say, you don't have it yet. You cannot listen to that. This is why you have to go inward. This is why the yogis came up with all these teachings, so you can go inward. So you're not losing that vibration. Okay? I'm just hoping that this video made a difference for you right now, awaken a part of you that allows your awareness to go to another level. And the more you practice this technique, Kriya Yoga practice, as I said, I summarized it, created an easier version. You can go on my course website. I'll attach the link so you can go in there and purchase that course that will help you to release your own subtle limitations that you're not even aware of. Okay? So thank you. Yeah, so let me know in the future, guys, if any what are your interests are, because it's easier for me to navigate when you guys have questions or anything that you're dealing with, then I can easily get into the flow and guide you. So when I have one-on-one session, we usually what we do is we release first the energetic blockages. So I do intonations, sound healing. But before we even get there, what we'll do is get them physically aligned. So we line their spine, their physical body. I send them to my acupuncturist. We have a whole team in our clinic. We get them the physical massages to help the body just to relax first. So when you're relaxed, what will happen is we can it's easier to get into the energetic imbalances. Then what happens is you do a one-on-one session with me, and I'm able to work with the person and release these energetic blockages, and then from there we'll answer questions, and then through these questions it opens gateways where I can actually tap into your own limitations, and we can clear your blockages. And this way you will actually we call that quantum leaping, or you can call it collapsing time, space, and reality. So when it takes for someone to 20 years to manifest something, it can take you probably 6 months or even shorter. It all depends. And again, this is not about getting things done faster. It's about allowing yourself to expand to the next level. So it's kind of doing rebirths every aha moments you have. So you're not, it's like, you know how I don't know if you're coming from an Indian culture or Sri Lankan culture, we always talk about, a lot of our older generation, they will say, if I don't get to do this in this lifetime, I'll do it in my next lifetime. Right? And you don't want to do it in next lifetime. You want to create this all in this lifetime, because you have the power, you have the wisdom. All you need to do is to activate that part of you, activate that wisdom side of you. It's all inside of you. All that secret, all that knowledge, all that wealth is all within you. It's not out there. Trust me. I've been studying energy for a long time. And every time I'm studying, I'm like learning so much new stuff. And you can try whatever you want to do. You can force yourself to do stuff, but if you're not in the right state, you cannot bring that formless desire into form. That was the whole thing I wanted to talk about. It's how to bring your formless desires into form. And everyone has different desires, and your desires can upgrade depending on where you are in life, and it will change. It's never going to be the same, but you're bringing into form, and that's human evolution. That's part of your creativity. That's part of your raising your vibration, which will give you a reason why you're on this earth and why you're enjoying life. Okay, so I'll see if I will do another live next time. I'm not sure if I want to do another live. I find sometimes easier to do pre-recording. It all depends on my schedule, but let me know if you're interested for some other topics. It could be in so many different topics. It's easy for me to tap into that energy and get the answers for you guys. And I love doing that stuff. So every time I have a one-on-one session, I love having those sessions, because there's so much stuff that people open up within themselves, that then they have this beautiful, beautiful gratitude. I call that vibration of vibration. Sorry, I can't even say it right now. But being in gratitude is the energy of being in gratitude. When you're in gratitude, your resistance is released out of your system. When you have no resistance, that's when you start manifesting. You cannot manifest when you have resistance. Okay, maybe more about yoga and meditation. That's nice. Okay. So what do you mean by yoga? Maybe I can answer some questions right now. So let me just answer one thing about meditation. When you do your meditation, a lot of people say, oh, it's so hard to focus. It's so hard. My thoughts are going all over the place. I have all these negative thoughts that I don't like. Okay, let me just tell you the secret here. The secret here is all these negative thoughts that you're having, those are the blocks you have. Okay, so when you're starting, you're gonna be like that. I did the same thing. My thoughts were all over the place. I was not perfect. So whoever starts yoga, it's not gonna be perfect. I mean, meditation, it's not gonna be perfect right away. So all these interfering thoughts, those are basically limitations within your vibrations. And you're tapped into different vibrations at the time. So the better you get, what will happen is these thoughts will be less and less coming in your way because you're getting stronger in your energy. The more thoughts you have that's coming in your field, that means there's a lot of work to be done. And it's a good thing because it's telling you, okay, I need to work on it, but don't fight it. The thoughts, you just watch the thought like a movie, just watch it. Don't judge it. I'm like, I shouldn't be thinking this way. I shouldn't be thinking negative. Just let it come by. Just watch it. And eventually you'll go into silence. If that's hard, sometimes it's good to be outside and hearing nature, like water sounds or bird sounds. That will also help you to stay in your alignment. And then you can get into that vibrational zone. I mean, the meditative zone. Yeah, so you have to, like, if you have a hard time focusing, change your environment. To get started right now, change, if that environment is not helping you, sit somewhere else, different corner. Find the corner that helps you. And then maybe in 3 days, that corner might not help you. So you have to find another one, a different seat or a different chair until it becomes comfortable that you can focus. It takes time. Because right now you guys are influenced by external factors, external energies, planetary influences. No, you know how astrology, they say, oh, these planets have this effect, that planet has this effect, because you're not in control of your vibration yet. So that's why the astrologists will say, wear this stone or wear that stone, wear this crystal or that crystal, right? Is because you haven't balanced your energy yet. So it does has its purpose, but once you go beyond that, you don't need these crystals, but they do need to help you at the beginning to get you aligned. So you have to find something. Sometimes a crystal might help you to bring yourself into balance. So even in this book, they mentioned that his guru, Sri Yukteswar, was mentioning, was it, I can't remember if it was Yukteswar, but he mentioned to wear gold bangles, because it does protect you from unnecessary energetic waves. So metals have its purpose on the body, right? But once you go beyond, but that takes time. First, you have to get your energy aligned. So you do need to use external stuff to help you. But once you're more aligned, then it's easier to be able to focus and go beyond these external things, because your vibration is already past these influences. Okay, so I have to go. I had a very long day and a very busy weekend as well. And I'm just thinking if I have one more message to share. Gratitude. Please use gratitude part of your ascension process. Gratitude and being thankful of wherever you are, even if you do not like your present situation, find the things that you're grateful of. That's the best thing that you want to start with, because that is going to already shift your vibration faster And then from there, I did create many videos in the past with gratitude and all that stuff. So you can find one of those videos and then start following that. But stay in that vibration as much as possible, because that is already meditation. You're going to probably even cry. Like, you're like, oh my God, I didn't realize how good my life is. Think about the things that people didn't have in the past. Because we have taken our lives for granted, okay, our bodies for granted, our families for granted. All we do is complain. All we do is complain our about others, or about our government, or about our country. What do we have to do? Complain, because there's nothing else to do. But what if there is something deeper within you? Whoever's watching this, I know not everyone left comments, but what if in that you version, there's something deeper inside of you that needs to shine, that needs to be of service to humanity, to yourself and humanity? And you're just carried away with problems, carried away with other people's issues, that is not even helping you. And sometimes we get carried away of our neighbors' problems, our relatives' problems. And it's funny, they probably repeat the problems over and over again. You're so worried about them. They're not even fixing their own problems. And then is that going to make a difference? Is that going to shift humanity? Is that going to shift your life? No. Okay? I used to give a lot of books out to a lot of people. I don't, so many. It's, as I said, it's pretty deep. So if you get a chance, read a chapter. And I think that's it. So thank you for watching. I'm hoping you enjoyed this video, and I'm looking forward for more videos in the future. Again, I'm going to try my best to do live, but it's easier for me to do pre-recorded videos. I just find the time and just do the recordings. But if you want more lives, please say I want more lives. Please say I want more lives, because the more you do that, it will get me going. Okay? Thank you. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing week. An amazing year too. Bye.